Hello, beloved ones. Haumatzime here. It's been a while since I went live, and please let me know if you can hear me below, because I don't want to spend time talking to myself, right? But while we are at it, today I wanted us to talk about why do people with integrity surrender power to people without it? So, dumelang. And as I'm greeting you in my native language, I want you to check in with yourself. Because I'm not just saying dumelang, I'm just asking, what is your agreement with power? And when I'm talking about your agreement, I'm talking about the agreement that you have with your family, the agreement in your culture, the agreement as a collective consciousness. What have you agreed to when it comes to power? Right? And one thing that I spoke about, especially when it comes to power, for me, power means aligning my soul with my personality, right? That is me working in alignment with the power that is beyond me. That is me embodying my soul confidence and aligning with the highest truth. But here's the thing why I'm asking what is your agreement when it comes to power? I want you to look at your life. Where do you show up as a leader? Whether it's at home with a partner, with your children, in your career, in your business, how do you show up? Do you perceive yourself as a leader, or you believe that there are people, certain people, who are meant for those leadership positions? Because you cannot have power over anyone, any circumstances if you don't have power over yourself. That means you get to embody your own power. You get to align your personality with your soul. One thing that I've shared in the past is just that even when it comes to our purpose, when you say, I don't know what my purpose is, ask yourself if you are in alignment with your unique personality. Because we chose this personality that is unique for us because there is our soul knew what we are here to do, be, and have, right? And here's what I often hear. I hear everyone complaining about corrupt leaders, greedy leaders, manipulative leaders, narcissistic leaders. But nobody asks, why did people with integrity leave the room? Because somewhere along the way, people with integrity confused power with abuse, authority with domination, assertiveness with aggression, right? Control. I don't want to tell people what to do. I don't like, I just want peace. I don't want people to think that I have changed. So your desire to be liked is bigger than what you are here to do. But leadership is not about controlling people. It's about the willingness to live your life in alignment with your highest truth. Is your willingness to live your life in alignment with your soul's highest standards. Is your willingness to make decisions that are difficult, to have conversations that are difficult, right? But we don't want to do that because you want approval. And the thing with power, the reason why most people are afraid of it is because it exposes your wounds. When your identity is attached to being liked, to belonging, when you want to belong, leadership is going to feel lonely. If you don't want to make other people uncomfortable. It feels like, oh my God, this is cruel. I can't do it. Because you view, like, your past dictates who you be, dictates how you show up, dictates the kind of conversations that you get to have. And sometimes you don't even get to hear what other people are saying because you are hearing your wounds. And then people without integrity show up, they take the space and you complain. Ask yourself, where am I not leading? Right? How would you change a lot of things around you if we embody your power and lead? and stop abandoning yourself to make other people comfortable. Because the truth is, power does not corrupt integrity, but integrity is what redeems power. And most people have done just that. You have redeemed your power, whether it's in relationship to that narcissistic partner. You redeemed your power because you want to be perceived as nice. You want to be liked, right? So no, I'm not going to say what I get to say. And this is a conversation I had with somebody. The conversation I had with somebody she's very good at serving. And I was telling her that you're taking this for granted, but you are very good. You are patient. She's just amazing in so many ways. She's empathic. And she was just grateful for that. And then she said, but leadership is not for me. I was like, okay, I hear you. But that's for you to deal with your wounds of why you believe leadership is not for you. And how do you intend to live your life if you don't want to embody your leadership? Because you are being a leader at all times. Your partner is looking up to you. Unless you don't want to be a partner, but a child, maybe in a relationship. Your children are looking up to you. You are leading them, whether you are aware of it or not, right? Somebody who at work is looking up to you. Your neighbor, somebody's looking up to you. How do you show up? That's the biggest question here, right? So she mentioned that she loves people, and she doesn't want to be in a position where she gets to have those difficult conversations, right? And I said, yes, but you get to deal with your own wounds. The fear of not being liked. And even if you don't want to have those conversations, ask yourself, how much is that costing you when you look at your life? When you say my business is whatever ceiling that you've hit in your business, your relationship, you are no longer with a partner, you are with a roommate. And you can't have a deep conversations about your desires. You can't even tell when your partner is not even present, because you are also not present. And often when I talk about not being in your power is you being in a meeting and conversations are being had, but you are here in your mind. You are having your own conversations, your own fears. You are ahead of what is being said because you want to sound intelligent and you miss the conversation that is being had. Somebody's talking to you and you don't hear what they are saying because you are thinking on how you're going to defend yourself. You are interpreting what they are saying instead of listening and getting to even understand or ask questions. You are busy judging before somebody can even complete what they're saying. You fail to be present. When somebody wants to say something, you don't even want to listen. Actually, it's quite interesting because I've been doing something kind of like a project that I was a part of. And one thing that I've realized with one of the people who are leaders in this thing that I'm taking part in, I realized that this person often doesn't want to listen to anyone. It's kind of like, oh, I'm the leader and I get to say what I get to say and everybody gets to listen. And I was like, at some point, I had to just stop her and be like, you know what? You want to listen, let's have a conversation. Because she started with stop. And I was like, no, let's have this conversation, right? And it's not just about how she showed up in that project at work, business, career, right? What has happened? What is it that has led to you feeling like you need to control every situation? What is it that is putting you in that defensive mode? And how is that affecting you? Because what I've realized is people who have not healed their past wounds, they live life, they think power is control. You want to control every circumstances. You want to control every conversation. They remind me of me way back when I felt like everybody is judging me. I get to defend myself. So when somebody comes through, I was coming from the defensive mode. And that means I never shared my truth. I was reacting to what other people are saying. Are you that kind of person? I'm going to tell them the truth. Is it your truth? Or it's just you reacting, vomiting, and then it's like, yeah, I told them the truth. But you don't even know what your truth is. Because you are always defending, you are always hiding, you are always looking for approval. What would it be like for you to start taking space, to start being present, to start sharing what turns you on, to start making love with life? Because sometimes you may feel like that people are attacking you, people are judging you. You know, life is like somebody mentioned, she's in her suffering season. You know, that's a belief, and eventually that becomes an identity. And it's not even about your achievement. It's not about qualifications or anything. Because I've come across people who have highest qualifications, coming from the best universities, people who are doctors, lawyers, accountants in many different areas. They have the qualification, but they're not in their power. They show a paper, but when somebody shows up, their presence, it doesn't say, because your presence say hi before you open your mouth. So when they get into a room, it's not the paper that gets to people, it's you. When it comes to leadership, it's your connection with people. But you can't connect with others if you are disconnected from yourself. Right? You can't show up and lead just from a paper. You may have good grades, great qualifications, PhDs and all masters and all that. But if you are not embodying your power, if you are still living from your wounds are going to get in the way of your mastery. They're going to get in the way of your sales. They're going to get you in your way of your love. And then you wonder, why is life the way it is? Because you lack soul confidence. You run away from leadership. Your integrity is something that you hide behind. You hide behind, I have integrity, I have morals, but you are not willing to do anything about what you complain about. And when people who lack integrity take the steering wheel and lead, you complain. It's not about bad leaders. It's about great people not willing to do anything. The same thing even when it comes to money. It's about great people not willing to make money and do great things with money. And then they complain that people with money are bad. People with money are greedy. People with money. What are you doing? I know these beliefs did not start with you. I know these wounds did not start with you. It's what you were born into. It's what you inherited. And sometimes it's what happens even in religious systems where things have been evilized. If at all that's a word. It's unholy, right? Even when you talk about you connecting, because you cannot really embody your power if at all you are not in your body. And that requires you to activate your sexual energy. That requires you to be confident with what you desire. Because most people are not honest with themselves. When I ask a lot of people, what is it that you truly want? They read a book, what is expected. You read a book, you don't say what your soul truly desires. You say what sounds good, what the mindset told you. And your body's like, nah. Either shame is coming through, or it's just there is a disconnection between whatever that you claim you want and what you truly want. This is why when a lot of people are asked, what would you do if you have 10 million? What do you say? I'm going to donate 2 million to, because that's what you think is holy. What is it that you fucking want? A lot of people don't know. You may have your goals in a vision board, 100,000 this, and a lot of stuff. I want a conscious man. I want an emotionally available man. Do you really want that? Do you really have the capacity to be with a conscious man? Can you hold space for yourself? Can you open up? Can you hold space for a man who is emotionally available? Right? Are you living up to those standards of an emotionally available, conscious, intentional partner? Or a part of you is afraid? What would people say? What if I get to be greedy and manipulative, like, what name is popping up? What if I get to be exposed? What if I get to change? But your power does not change who you are. It exposes who you are. If at all darkness comes through, that means the darkness has been there. But what if you choose to look into that darkness and integrate it? Right? Because anything that can have power over you is what you're afraid of, is what you try to run away from. This is why most of you are quiet in relationships that do not nurture your soul. And you hold him to, at least he doesn't hurt me. At least she doesn't hurt me. At least, what else? She cooks. I married her because she meets she meets a picture of what the society wants, what my mother approves of, not what you truly want. You are not even in that relationship because you love. You are not even committed to that relationship. It's something that you did because it's what is expected of you. Sometimes it's just even the job that you do or even the business that you make. I'm doing it because I heard there is money here, but you are not in it. And what happens with that? With a lot of people, I find that they start developing pains like somebody I was talking to. She was doing something out of desperation and her body was screaming, I don't want to do this. Headaches, a lot of stuff. Because our body is always informing us. Even when it comes to emotions, we are being informed. The question is, what do we get to do with this? Even right now, as I'm speaking, some of you who are watching, there's a lot of pain, a lot of pain. Just take a deep breath, actually. Take a deep breath and come back into your heart. What would it feel like for you to just be with yourself, to be with a part of you that is hurting, to be with a part of you that has been disappointed by life, your ex, your mother, your father? Just be with that. Can you hold space for yourself? Or you gonna do to you as they did to you? You're gonna tell yourself to shut up, shush, get in the fridge, eat ice cream, go drink a beer, smoke a cigarette. Because no, I don't want to feel what is here. And then you're surprised why your relationships lack intimacy, because you are not intimate with yourself. So I just came here to ask you that. Where have you surrendered your power to people who lack morals? What are you doing with your morals if you are not using them for your highest and greatest good, right? We have bought an illusion of being nice. If I'm nice, that means I don't get to shake the room. I don't want to rub people the wrong way. Sometimes it's not rubbing people the wrong way. It's just being of service. Because if you are not telling yourself the truth, you are not saving yourself. If you are not telling others the truth, you are not saving anyone. And then you go ahead and blame bad leaders. You are also being bad. Actually, you are not just being bad. You are a thief. You are stealing from yourself, your passion that you want to die with. You are stealing from people that you have agreed with at a soul level that you're going to serve. I feel that's the worst thing than fearing being whatever that you're afraid of being if you get to be in your power. And that's also another thing with entrepreneurship. Being a business person, it exposes your wounds. Oh, we get to deal with them. The fear of telling people how much you are charging for your business, the fear of wanting to help everyone and all that. But then when you look at your bank is like, there's a lot that you get to do here. Rent needs to be paid because NICE does not pay rent. The bills needs to be paid, right? The truth needs to be said because it's uncomfortable and your body is paying for it. So what you gonna do? What are you willing to do? What would it take for you to finally say yes to your highest truth. Say yes to your power. Say yes to your inner child. Say yes to your extraordinary self. Where are you being called to lead? Right? So every time you see yourself complaining about leaders, ask yourself, where are you not showing up and embodying your power and leading in the way that you are meant to? Sometimes it can be as simple as leading in the bedroom, allowing your wild self to come through, sharing with your partner what you truly desire, and stop lying to yourself. Letting go of what a woman is, of what a man is, and allowing your soul to express itself through you. Sometimes it's just owning that whatever money that you want, right? Because there's a conflict between what you want and what you believe and your fears. There's a conflict. And you are not here to repeat the patterns of your parents. You are not here to repeat the patterns of your ancestors. You are not here to disappear, to be invisible. You are here to liberate everyone into their power. You are the one they prayed for. You are the one who is here to thrive. But you gotta say yes to yourself first. You gotta say yes to yourself. Anyway, how is my name? And I just showed up to share that with you. I love you, and I would leave you with that. If you wanna go deeper, let me know so that we can jump into the experience and have a conversation. Because there is one conversation that I would like to have as well regarding the lack of confidence. There is nothing that is a turn off as somebody who lacks confidence. Whether you are a partner in relationship or even in business, come on. Let's activate that soul confidence and see how your life changes. I love you. Bye-bye.